Seen it on the gram, trying to see that shit. I know I get her cause I like her. She can lock it down, I can tell by how you. Seeing how you did, homeboy, so please take it. Good to have me on your side, I ain't saying that you. This guy's talk, but I ain't. Hey. No, no. Seeing how you did, homeboy, please take it easy on me. I don't wanna play no games, play no games. I don't wanna play no games, play no games.
Welcome to Love, Lies, and Lace Friends, where we do reactions, reviews, and commentary on the YouTube channels you love to watch. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notifications so you can be notified every time I go live. Hey guys, how are you? Hey Tarot Card Bay, what's going on, boo-boo?
Hi.
Hey.
Hi. How are you?
Oh, I'm fine. I heard from a little someone that it's a special day.
Yeah.
I just went and I ended up in my office and we are like matchy. What's going on, Tarot Card Bay? Tell everyone what's
My
going on.
1 year YouTube anniversary.
Oh my God.
So we wanted to do something. Yeah, we wanted to do something fun. Yes.
Guys, it's Tarot Card Bay's 1 year channel anniversary. I wish I could do look, let's do this. Oh sip. What? Yes.
Right.
Guys, it's Tarot Card Bay's 1 year channel anniversary, guys. Olivia Pope, I see you in the chat. Hi, Yo Cool. Hi, Camel Toe. Hey, what's going on, guys? Guys, we have a special guest tonight. Tarot Card Bay is with us, and Tarot Card Bay is Bougie Gang up in this thing. She has a wonderful channel, and she is using her gift in with her channel. And tell everyone about your channel, hun.
Okay, so my channel
for those who
Tarot.
don't know,
yes, for those
someone in the back
who
might not know, they may not be up with what's cool.
Who haven't watched my channel is tarot focused. I do readings, one reading typically per sign a month. I do all sign readings. I do some overall intuitive reads. So pretty much every tarot reading starts off with some type of intuitive read. So if you watch my channel and I'm like, oh, I get this message for you, this is the message that I get before pulling the tarot cards. And then I tell a story through the card. So it's been a great journey. I can't believe that it's been a year. I still feel like, wow, people watch me, people want to talk with me. That's kind of cool. Well, I'm still very humble about it, and but it's something I love. Tarot is something I love, and I love connecting with people.
You're super gifted, and then people see that you are absolutely lovely, and you are Tarot Card Bay, and they're just like, girl, I gotta stay tuned and see what she's got going on. So guys, we have a little surprise. Tarot Card Bay, would you mind giving us a read of like the overall energy, or maybe even something? Can you like clear the energy? How do we clear the energy? Do we just need like a positive affirmation at this moment, or can you give us tell us what?
No, I usually just clear energy by being in my space, lighting sage, lighting candles, doing incense,
setting the tone.
I usually clear that energy, and it just helps to not do tarot for a little bit. So on my channel, I haven't posted yet this week. I have some more videos coming up, but I take breaks so the energy is clear, so I'm good. Yeah, but clearing the energy usually with sage is what I do. So let
Is
me
that
see
kind
what
of
we
a
got.
little bit of a refresh? Would you call that?
Yeah, I was actually exhausted, so I took a little break. But yes, a refresh sounds better. Um, yeah, you gotta take care of yourself. It does. It's a lot of work pulling energy. It's a lot of work creating content. When you have a corporate job or any type of job, um, in addition to YouTube being a job of mine as well. So
Right.
yeah. So
It's
let's
funny how
pull.
something is once a hobby and it turns into a good old job. Even if it's something that you really really love, it's interesting how you can turn. But those are the sometimes that's when you're working in your gift. You know what I mean? I never thought this would really turn into somewhat of a job, even though I have like a job. But this I come here like I'm clocking in on a job. Hey everybody, everyone, say hello to somebody in the chat. Aren't you sweet, Mary Blue? Mary Blue's got your website in the chat. Thank you so much,
Yes,
hon.
Mary Blue's always looking out. Thank you, Mary
I'm
Blue.
going to pin that. Thank you, Blue. I appreciate that, babe. You are a doll. Thank you to all the mods here tonight. Thank you. If I can, girl, my girl, this Mac. I don't want to say anything because
this fancy gang over here.
All right, guys, we have something special tonight. Since we do reactions over here, guess what we're gonna do? We're going to react to Tarot Card Bay's first video. It was a Virgo reading, so to all of my Virgos in the house, she did a reading specific to Virgo. That was her first video, and it's exciting. So, are you doing a first? Are you doing like a energy read for us right now, or what are we doing first?
I'm gonna
Are you
pull.
gonna pull
I'm gonna
cards?
pull one card just like to give a read for the overall energy. I did get, of course, the Empress, which anytime Fran is around, we get the Empress card.
Girl, look
Um,
at
it tried to peek out, and I'm not just making that up. It did try to peek out. So let's see. Let's see. Overall energy for
look at God.
the
Look at the
collective
universe.
bougie gang. What do we have for bougie gang?
We get that
Okay.
Empress energy over here, guys. Don't play.
Now for bougie game, I got the king. Oh, let me see. King of Wands here
Oh, okay.
in
Okay.
reverse, and the
Oh,
Queen of Swords upright. So
tell us about that.
now that can be taken in a few different ways, but essentially the Queen of Swords is about the gift of discernment. So the Queen of Swords is the wisest queen. She is a queen that has a lot of love. However, she protects her heart at all costs. She's also very honest. So that's the energy of the Queen of Swords. Like she's gonna give you that blunt truth. It doesn't matter if it hurts. I know there's some people in my life that would probably say that about me for sure. But she's also just very discerning with who she lets in her bubble. So as you see here, we got the queen. She's very discerning of that. Now, some of you collectively could be not dealing with players and playboys. So that's, if we want to talk about love and what this means for love, that means we're blocking out F boys, F girls, F entities. We're
At
not
all
dealing with
times.
people. Yeah, we're not dealing with people who are passion and impulse only. We want stability, right? Three of Wands is about moving forward. So those of you in the collective who have been thinking about moving, I know some of you are my clients, so I know some of you are thinking about moving, but this is also the look forward. So King of Wands in reverse is that impulsive action that's in your past. In the current energy, you are discerning, you're protecting your energy, you're really picky who's in your bubble, which leads to what's kind of coming in the future. So we know what's in the past, but basically the future is unknown. And we do have a Knight of Pentacles here. So that means a offer, steady offer coming in. That doesn't have to be love. That could be work. That could be friendship. Typically in a love reading, that would be a person coming in to offer something. Yeah, and I got the King of Swords here. So yeah. So A lot of people in the collective are changing. This is just an energy of change. This is an energy of growth. This is an energy of mastering your emotions, as well as, if we want to look at this as a love reading, this would be someone bringing in love who is actually a true pair, because we have the queen and the king here. So
Ooh, okay.
that's what I got. It looks good. Overall energy is looking good. Looks like some of us got rid of some F boys, F girls, F entities.
You got to. You got to.
Got to. Got to.
If you want to embrace your baddie, your bad assness, we don't like dead weight. No dead weight.
No dead weight, please.
No dead weight, please.
We don't got time. Okay. We're too busy. We're booked and busy in 2022. And we don't have time.
With bags. Okay, period.
Booked and busy with bags. Yes, I like that.
Guys, I just want to just a couple of house rules. If you are in the bushes, welcome, welcome, welcome. Just understand that basic is not spoken here and trolls are not welcome. Tony Toussaint, boo boo, baby. Thank you, honey. Thank you very much.
Basic is not spoken here.
Basic is not spoken here. Yes, basic is not spoken here, and trolls are not welcome. Okay. Boom.
You heard that, y'all.
Yes, absolutely. We are. You know, it's we are a small but mighty group. Okay, guys, we are here to celebrate our bae. Tarot Card Bay. It is her 1-year anniversary. So Tony Toussaint, I'm going to flip that super chat you sent right on over to Tarot Card Bay. Tarot Card Bay, do you have is your Cash App up, hun? I can't.
Yes, my Cash App is Tarot Card Bay. I got PayPal, Tarot Card Bay, Tarot Card Bay on everything.
Okay, let me see, because I think I'm not showing everything right now. Because let me see. Y'all, any of you guys who run StreamYard, I have like 7 different brands. Okay, here we go. So I think it's just Tarot Card Bay. If any of you are so inclined, it's Tarot Card Bay's anniversary. Okay, and it's Tarot Card Bay. Did I tell you tomorrow is my anniversary, my wedding anniversary, 8 years? I feel like I've told everybody, so I'm probably getting on everyone's nerves, telling everyone this, but girl,
you did tell me. And congratulations. Marriage and commitment is beautiful.
Thank you, girl.
So yeah, I know you're gonna get a really nice gift. I can't wait to see what that is.
Yes.
But congratulations. Every year with the person you love definitely has to be celebrated, you know?
It's so awesome. Yeah, it's a great feeling. Guys, let's go ahead and jump into this video because I want to know what you were talking about a year ago. And just to this was March 17th, so this was just over a year ago, and the manicure is giving. Okay, hold on one second.
Listen, that was the first thing I thought, was like, look at those nails. Okay,
girl, it's giving. You know what, honestly, I'm almost like thinking Peyton right away. I'm like, girl, you're giving me some Peyton Marie Charles. Hold on. Because you know Peyton is killer with those manicures. Hold on. Peyton does not play with her person. All right, let's go back just a wee bit.
Virgo. Pull some cards for Virgo. God and universe.
I can't even hear myself. What's going on with me?
I'm Black. And today I'm going to pull some cards for
Can you hear now?
God and universe. What do we have for Virgo?
Can you hear? Can you hear it?
I can't even hear myself. Yeah.
Can you hear? Okay.
There's a lot of shuffling going on. Come on, girl. Like, get to the reading though. But I do miss those nails. I was going to a different nail shop and I missed that place. So
all right. I love like the nude. Okay, so look at this. What are we seeing right here? What's on the table? Are we seeing, girl? It's
Knight of Wands.
Okay.
Why am I looking at this? Knight of Wands, that looks like, what is that? The Six of Wands and the Eight of Pentacles, I believe. Which, let's see. Yeah, I don't.
Let's hear what you have to
I mean,
say. Because yeah, it's like in reverse. Okay. Yes, the nails are beautiful, aren't they?
Virgo, we start with the Eight of Pentacles.
Okay.
Eight of Pentacles.
Five of Wands.
Five of Wands. Okay.
And the Knight of Wands.
And the Knight of Wands.
So Virgo, it looks like you are focusing on your work.
Always.
Girl, every single time you do a Virgo reading, Virgos are about their bag. That's one thing. In case you did not know, girl, we are always working. Is that, I mean, who's a Virgo in the house? Go ahead and put that in the chat. Give me some ones if you're a Virgo.
Guilty as charged, and I do work a lot.
Virgo gang.
Right, me too.
There seems to be a very intense focus. I'm paying special attention to the red on this card. It makes me feel like you're focusing, you're building because you want to move somewhere. So this isn't just working for the sake of work. This is working to create change. As well as the Five of Wands represents what you're actually moving away from, or it is what you're encountering as you're trying to rise to the next level and move. But your outcome is definitely the Knight of Wands. In and out behavior, of course. Maybe this is your passion going in and out for what you're actually doing, and that's why you're trying to move to the next level.
I think I was reading my own self, like in the future.
So in a way, you were kind of reading what you were getting, what you were seeing for the next year.
Yes, for me, because that all resonates with me as far as what's been going on with, my work kind of situation, and being recently promoted, putting in a lot of work to move on. So that definitely resonates with me for sure.
I'm sure it does. I'm assuming it does with a lot of people. I would say it does for me too, in many different ways. I mean, I don't know. I think for Virgo, it's kind of I don't want to say it's a blessing and a curse, because it's just a blessing and maybe it's a gift, having such a strong work ethic. But I don't even know if it's Virgo has such a strong work ethic as it is. I believe Virgos are just laser focused. I just really, you know how like Beyonce says in that song, I see it, I want it. I work hard, I own it. I mean, those words really resonate with me, because it's like, it's that work. So it's just that laser focus on getting what you want. So I guess that kind of, it encompasses the work, but it's just all of that. Oh, look at all our Virgos coming out.
Look at all these Virgos. Look at Mickey T. We got Love Patrice. Yeah, I think I know personally as a Virgo, I'm like very goal driven. So like when I have a goal, I will burn the candle at both ends. I will be exhausted. I won't sleep. I won't eat. Like I will put everything into the goal. But then once the goal is met, it's time to take a break. It's time to take a vacation. Yeah, so I'm very goal driven. Absolutely. I'm not even going to talk about the grinder that's right next to the car. Do you see that? See that
is that a tobacco grinder? That's something to is that what they would call it? Like political?
Yes, it's a tobacco grinder. Why is it there? I'm not sure. Why is that there?
Okay. Level setting the mind, getting a little relaxation in, I guess. Okay, so let's keep going. I wasn't sure if that was like a stack of rings or what.
No, it's not. It's something that's not supposed to be there.
Virgos are so honest.
2 cards popped out.
Let's see.
And we got the 5 of Cups and the Moon. So advice is to find happiness in the moment. You know, don't focus on what you don't like. Focus on what you have, and that's what you should be building
peach
on,
tea and
not
candles.
where you're at. Because currently where you're at, there's some dissatisfaction, you're a bit frustrated, there's some sadness, but don't forget that there's always an opportunity that maybe you're not seeing in this moment. So the advice is to continue to be positive, even though it's a bit difficult right now.
You know what that makes me think of? Even
What?
though you are not ready for the day, it cannot always be night. Okay. Okay, the immortal, was that Donda West who said that? Okay.
Yes.
I love her.
Yeah. I think I'm talking too slow. That's kind of irritating, but I was nervous. I remember that. I remember being nervous. So I'm just talking
nervous,
slow.
Boo-boo?
It was the first video,
your first time recording. Do you want me to speed it up, or do you want me to you want to see what it sounds like on 1.25?
Yeah, let's speed it up a little bit. Just a tiny bit. And then to be honest, I was kind of like second guessing my readings, even though I was comfortable reading people, because I read people in real life, like, you know, well, I read people in real life, but I actually read people with tarot in real life. I was kind of second guessing, and it was probably within the last 3 months or so that I don't second guess. Like, what I get, I just say it, no matter what it sounds like. But then I was kind of like second guessing some of the messages. That's why I was going so slow.
You were trying to make it make sense rather than just go with the vibe. Just go with what your first mind. Okay. So okay. Let's see. Okay, so you just got 3 more.
Keep the faith during this time, but there is a change ahead. You know, the tower is not always bad. There's a crumble in foundation that's going to impact you, but it could be a positive impact. Let's clarify the tower.
Positive impact with the tower. Tower's not always bad. That's very true.
Page of Pentacles is clarifying the tower. So something's coming. It's going to change the way you do things at this moment. Give me a card for Virgo's money. Money, 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 money.
My favorite topic.
More Pentacles. It's coming. Clarify. So clarify. I'm just taking them because clearly I tried 3 times. So clarifying the Knight of Pentacles, we have the Hermit.
Why is it always hermits in a Virgo reading?
So you are in your own energy.
Because that's our card. In tarot, there are personal cards, and the Hermit is the Virgo's personal card.
It's coming, and it's meant for you. You popped up in your own reading, Queen of Pentacles. And when it comes, it's going to bring a large amount of abundance. This is emotional fulfillment. This isn't just money. So, of course, the Queen
Ten of Pentacles,
the material world, but this is actually emotional fulfillment with the money. And that is heaven. You know, who doesn't want to feel financially secure and emotionally secure? I think that's what Virgos have been feeling for months. I think especially for COVID, the ups and downs, times of loneliness, overly putting your information, overly putting your energy into work.
That deck.
That's the Rider-Waite
deck. That's the Rider-Waite deck.
I definitely feel that.
Do you still use that one?
The most amazing thing about Virgo is you're doing the work.
That's the deck that I learned on, and that's the most classic. That's some of the most classic tarot messages. So.
The work that you're putting in is going
and
to
designs
and your money looking like this, but it will come with a change, and change is good. Virgos grow really fast. We love change, especially if it's positive. Which is kind of weird for an earth sign, but we like to constantly grow and evolve.
I'm trying to find out about love, girl. Come on now. That's what I need to know. If I know the money is good, the money's always good.
What about love?
Okay.
Give me a card for Virgo and love. Ooh, Virgo. You are closed off.
Wait, so let me ask you, when did you go from just showing cards to actually saying, okay, let me go ahead and hit them with this blonde and let me show all of Tarot Card Bay. Like, what made the change? What was the filming style from as a YouTuber? What made you switch it up? Because we do see people with these channels where all we see are a manicure hands and a table of cards. What
Right.
made you like just go ahead and say I'm gonna connect with you guys, like, and yeah, let's answer that first.
Because that's the way that I always wanted to do it.
Okay.
That was the way I always wanted to do it. It's funny because, to be honest, starting out, my videos with just the cards got more reads more views in the videos of just my face. They probably still would. Some people just like to see the cards. That's fine. But I don't know. It came to me one day. I was just like, this is my channel. I don't want to do what people want. I want to do what I want, and I want that to become what people want, if that makes sense. So,
Right.
the first video where I showed my face was the Sneaky Link reading in March. I don't think I had no makeup on, did I? No, I don't think so. It don't look like it. I'm looking at the the thumbnail now. I don't know. I just randomly one day, it's COVID, I hopped up there and was like, I'll show my face.
Do you think it made a change for you? Do you think it made a change for you? Because even in this commentary community, there's some people who never show their face. Okay, I do both. I come with my avatar when I feel like it. I come just like this when I feel like it's just whatever. I'm someone who's got my face on my channel. Did it ever occur to you like, okay, I'm coming out from behind, or I'm not going, I'm revealing, I'm not going to be anonymous? Like, did you ever have a thought about that? Because there are people who love to keep their anonymity on this platform. Was that ever a thought for you, or it was really just, I've always wanted to do a video this type of way?
It was a thought for me because what I do professionally can be a little public, so it was a thought for me. But I don't know. I just stuck with the fact that this is the way I wanted to do it,
Okay.
I felt like without my face, I was doing it in a way that made sense. It was what people wanted, but it just wasn't uniquely me. That's how I felt about it.
It would have been
And
more
even now, some of
transactional.
these Virgo videos with just the cards got more readings, more views than they get now, but I don't care. It's the way that I want to do it. I stand by that. And I think I'm more fun when I show my face. Like, I bring more of my energy. To me, the videos with just the cards doesn't bring my humor into it, doesn't bring me into it as much as the videos with my actual face. And it
Right.
was a challenge. I think, I was probably like 20 pounds heavier then, maybe 25 pounds heavier. So it was also that challenge for me to be like, not be so self-conscious, throw myself out there. People are always going to say something, but it was a challenge for me to not feel insecure about myself and put it out there.
Okay. All right. So let's keep going.
Give me a card for Virgo in love.
Ooh.
Oh, you are in your energy. It is the 9 of Pentacles. This is the single woman card, also the pre-empress card. So a lot of our Virgos
single women, single
right
ladies.
Now,
okay.
enjoying it. That's what the 9 of Pentacles represent for me. When I look at the card, I don't see someone who is unhappy with the fact that they're single. I see someone who's surrounded by abundance and is just patiently waiting for her emperor. And that's what's going to make her empress. Clarify the 9 of Pentacles. Clarify the 9 of Pentacles.
Do you think that also is kind of like independent, self-sufficient, all of those things? Because I think, as an earth sign, as kind of like the the harvest kind of sign, that it's a woman. So since that was a Virgo reading, that would come forward, just the woman, the mother, the Does that make any sense? Is that?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's about birthing something. Like Nine of Pentacles is it's after the Eight of Pentacles, because it's the fruits of your labor.
Right.
From the Eight, from you putting in the work, is the fruits of your labor. It is also abundance, but it's also a mindset of knowing that you have everything you need.
Right.
You know, that things are working out in your
standing in
favor.
that energy. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
It's a card where she stands by herself, but she's at peace. She's in her power as she stands by herself, with the bird and, you know, the way she's dressed on the card and the money falling from the sky. Like, she's in her power and she doesn't need anyone else at the Nine of Pentacles. The 10 of Pentacles is usually where you are united with the one thing that you don't have, whatever that is. That's what brings you to the 10 of Pentacles.
Okay. So that's a very consistent card with this reading. It's very kind of flowed from the top to the middle to now this card. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Interesting. Okay.
I think it's about cultivation. Virgo is about growth, life, cultivation. A lot of people, if you look at the Virgo symbol, like, she usually carries wheat, and wheat is actually abundance. It's a version of money, because of course in the time before there was money, wheat was an actual currency. Right. So that's the reason why she's carrying the wheat. It is a representation of harvest. Our season is the season in which you do pick the fruit before the coldness comes. So it's all of those things kind of put into one card.
Okay.
Queen of Swords.
So
you're cutting out stuff that does not serve you during this single period.
Cutting out things
that firm. You're standing in your power. And if it doesn't measure up to you, if it doesn't make your life happier and better, you're cutting it out. It's kind of like, I want love. I'm lovely. But if you don't measure up, or if you can for some reason put my situation in jeopardy, put my abundance in jeopardy, you gotta go. We're cutting you out. God, spirit. Ooh.
What happened? It fell.
Something fell, yeah.
I'm gonna shuffle a little bit more because I feel like I cheated, to be honest. God,
that's a lot of cards on that table, boy. I tell you.
Give me some advice. Virgo. Love advice for Virgo.
I will say, when I was getting ready, I was like, I bet if I watch this, it's going to read me now. I knew that it was. I didn't rewatch it, like you said. I was just like, I bet it's going to be similar to what I'm going through right now.
All good earth signs know.
So what are you seeing right now based on what you said? Is it holding true right now, or is it giving you a different message as you're looking at the cards?
Oh no, this reading is reading me right now. So pretty much almost everything in that reading, to a certain degree, is what I'm going through. Like, with the work, I'm putting in work, trying to build, trying to cultivate, with being single, being happy, knowing my worth, but still waiting for what I think I deserve, and cutting out things that do not. It's just meeting me right now. Like, that's where I am right now, basically.
So that's we have a lot of Virgos in here, and I have a lot of Virgos, period. Bougie gang, a lot of people who come through here. I don't know. There's a lot of Virgos, period, on YouTube. I mean, I guess there's a lot of everything, but for some reason, Virgos come,
which makes sense. Because Virgo's the hermit, right? We tell the story. We teach people. That's the reason why we're drawn to ways that we communicate. We're big about communication. Our ruling sign is Mercury. That has a lot to do with communication, as well as being natural teachers and storytellers. I think that's why we're up here.
You hear that, Virgos? So, okay, so you mentioned there's a lot of cards on that table. Did that come from being a newbie to this thing? How did that work for you? Like, was what do you do different now versus before? So when you mentioned a lot of cards on the table, what was that?
Yeah, now because I want my readings to be shorter, I ask a little bit more direct questions. That is just like a intuitive read. There's no spread. Some people use spreads like Celtic crosses and things like that. I don't use spreads, but I do talk to the cards. I think I just cleaned up the style a little bit and asked more direct questions. This is more like a reading you would get if you were sitting in front of me and I was doing a personal reading. Because it's more like I'm flipping cards and telling you what I see compared to like basically driving it towards a certain focus. I'm not asking for love. I'm just flipping cards and love comes out. Now I'm actually asking for love specifically and focusing more on what my subscribers want to see instead of just a full-on intuitive read. This is just full-on intuitive, no focus, telling you what the cards are.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, let's go ahead. We only have like about 3 minutes left. Let's
no good earth signs, and there's nothing like an earth sign man. Clarify the King of Pentacles. Clarify the King of
So the
Pentacles.
king did show up for the queen, right?
Virgo. Who is this queen?
Doesn't he always?
Okay.
I know a king.
At some point.
Look at him.
Now that's even more interesting. I'm not gonna tell my business, but that is interesting.
I'm just letting cards drop. Spirit, one card.
What was that? Is
Virgo,
that
whoever your love interest is, he is.
Is that a 9 of swords?
Yeah, 9 of swords.
About you.
Clarifying the King of Pentacles.
His eyes are closed.
That means somebody's trapped up in their head. They're not able to sleep. They're feeling guilt, depression.
He's in torment. My eyes are drawn to this quilt that he has, which is, for me, signifying emotion and passion. But the pattern is so confused. He's confused. He's conflicted. He doesn't know what to do. What's going to be
so he might be the king, but he's not ready yet. He's not stepping into his
He wanted to say Queen of Pentacles. If you want to come
his
out,
greatness.
you're already out.
He's
not finished cooking.
He's a king in name only. He's not behaving as a king. He might be a king, but he's not a king yet.
What is the King of Pentacles going to do? Makes me want to sing Shorty Swing My Way.
I hope this person, if this is an actual person for myself or anyone else, this king better know there's other kings out here. He ain't the only one.
9 of Cups.
He's gonna guard you out.
Yeah.
Look at me learning my cards.
Feels like he's happy with
yes, you go, girl. 9 of Cups.
He's not really happy about you. And the Lovers.
Wow.
The Lovers came out? Okay.
So you're putting in work.
Putting in that work.
There's some conflict, always. Anytime you're trying to level up, there's always conflict. That's normal. We're going to shake that off. You're going to run right through it. You're going to show these people that you got this. And there's a change. We got a new beginning coming. We got money. And we got some love.
Love.
All right, Virgo. This is your reading.
All right, Virgo. This is your reading.
All right, Virgo.
Did you do the Virgo reading yet for this month? I felt like you did. Okay.
I did. I'm gonna do some other readings this week though.
Look at you with your red and black, one shoulder out top. Okay, man.
Hey.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Tell us about your candles.
Yes, I should have.
I heard you've been doing something at home. Is there music on here?
Yeah, I didn't even bring a candle out, so they're all boxed up. But they're great. They are intention candles. So very similar to when you go to a spiritual shop or you go to a botanica, depending on where you live, they could be spiritual shops, they can be called botanicas. Typically, if you're like in like Florida and things like that, you can buy candles for different purposes, like money drawing candles, triple reversal candles, candles to bring in love. These candles are actually intention candles to help you manifest those things, basically. So there's one called Ten of Pentacles. That's for abundance. Abundance and prosperity isn't just money. It's mental health, physical health, resiliency, basically all of the puzzle pieces that you need to be successful. That's the intention that is in that candle, as well as some really good fragrances like frosted juniper, orange, cinnamon, Moroccan cashmere. Like, it smells like money in the best possible way. Like, it smells like money. I actually have that candle in my bathroom. So I made little testers of every scent, and I have them in different places in my apartment. Then we have the Lovers, which is the one to manifest love. It's in a rose gold container. It has cocoa in it, vanilla, prosecco, raspberry. It smells like what did I tell you? Sex, but in the best way. Like, it smells the way you would want sex to smell. Like, it smells like delicious. Like, if you were sex and you wanted to give yourself to a person, you want to smell like that. You want to smell like chocolate and champagne. That's what it smells like. Then there's the Emperor, which is the candle for protection. That has like patchouli, ylang ylang. It smells amazing. And then we have the cleansing one, which is called the Fool, and that has a lot of stuff in it: lavender buds, Egyptian cotton. They all smell great, and they're about 8 ounces, and they come in these beautiful metallic and matte containers with lids. It was important for me to have candles with lids and wooden wicks. So yeah, working on them. I'm printing my own labels. I did my own graphics. Like, I actually did the graphics for the labels. And each style has a different graphic. Really pretty. I just gotta, it's hard sometimes building an empire, doing everything yourself, or building what you want to be an empire. Doing everything yourself. It can be challenging, but it's also fun. Keeps me busy, keeps me out the streets, which is always good. Keeps me out of trouble.
Absolutely.
And yes, I'm going to do like a live when I get them all created and up. I will do a live to show everybody once the pre-sale is available. So that's what we're waiting on.
It's good to be working in your craft. And I think also, as true, they used to, during the Renaissance, when you study history, people used to do things like write poetry, sing, sew, study, have conversations, debate, dance, learn how to cook, learn how to be a wife, all of those things. I mean, there's so many things that make you a full person. It's not all about just clocking in at your job and like washing clothes. So having a craft that you can do, something that makes you feel creative, whether you paint, whether you do different types of art, which of course, I guess those like artisan crafts or whatever. All of the things. I mean, I do believe the pandemic all gave us an opportunity to really like kind of get one with yourself and find something that you enjoy doing, because some people weren't even working. If all you were doing was like not doing something for you, I don't want to say you wasted your time during this pandemic, but honestly, it's possible you did. But there's always tomorrow, and then there's always today. So it's never too late. But definitely take this encouragement. Tarot Card Bay started her channel a year ago. She's got you're at 2,000 subs now or more. You have a regular audience. You're working on getting your audience viewership. It's nice to have people show up and watch the content. So that's always a good thing. but
Yeah.
you're working to you're working on your craft. You're working on your
Yeah.
craft. You're also making something. And that, I think, to me, that brings a lot of joy to a Virgo. I like to see something in my hand that I produced. It also gives me a lot of joy, like seeing like my daughter growing up. That was something that I made. I didn't hand make her, but you know what I mean? Like it brings me a lot of it gives me energy seeing her. I know some people get sad when they see their kids growing up. It brings me so much joy. I One of the things that makes me even happiest is when I cook and she is enjoying, like she is into her meal. Like that brings me joy like almost nothing else. I love seeing my family eat what I've cooked for them. So, guys, get into, there's a lot of joy from doing. And if you're a Virgo, really that's a little bit of our calling. Tarot
Yeah,
Card Bay, that video
definitely.
was so good. And a lot of times people feel like their first video on YouTube is cringeworthy. I need to go back and look at my first video. Um, it's it was not cringeworthy to me. I think you did a great job. I think that you did a great reading. What would you have changed from a year ago to today? I,
Um,
mm,
I would have done it sooner, honestly.
okay.
I was watching YouTube tarot and I always wondered if I could do it. I always had people in my life when it came to makeup and hair telling me I should have been a YouTuber. They're always like, "You're so good with your makeup and your
Mm.
hair. You should do a YouTube." And I'm just like, But tarot is what, you know,
Tarot's
it
what brought you
just
to YouTube.
is what brought me to YouTube. I love it. It helped me because I was talking to someone at the time. He wasn't doing what he was supposed to be doing, and then when I made the decision to leave that alone, I just jumped into doing tarot. I think the next day
Mhm.
I was like, I'm gonna start my channel, and I just did it. And you're right, when it comes to COVID, I had every 3 months I would set a goal for myself and like a creative project that I wanted to do in the beginning of COVID. So I started off with doing a t-shirt line. Then I did my YouTube channel. My thought behind my YouTube channel always was, okay, I'm going to do tarot on YouTube. That's going to generate my personal readings. And then my personal readings are going to make enough profit where I can start to produce products. So that's where the candles come in. That my candle business is actually fully funded through personal readings and YouTube.
Okay.
It was nice to not be able to touch my actual salary. It's a blessing to be able to take something that I love, that I do, that I believe in, and then reinvest it into other things.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and then when it comes to candles, people have been asking me for money candles since forever. I had people in my DMs, do you sell money candles? Do you do candles? Do you do protection candles and stuff like that? And I just wanted to make sure I did it my way. Anybody can pour some wax in a jar and throw some crystals on top and say, hey, it's for healing. But for me, no matter what I do, I really study it. Just like tarot, I did tarot for 5 years before I had a channel with real people, not
Mhm.
just sitting at home pulling cards, real people. 2 times a month, I go and read in a shop with real people who can look me in my face and be like, girl, you trashed. I want my money back. And that has never happened.
Mhm.
I survey all my clients. I send them survey monkeys so I can get their testimony so I can share that with other people. That's important because essentially tarot is not something you can see. It's energy. There's nothing you can really prove. You can really just talk about the experience. So it's important for me to survey my clientele. I run it just like a business, just like any other business, I would. You update your technology at some point, you survey your clients at some point, you add on at some point, you give people what they need. So I'm just big on running it like that. Um,
How do
and
you
then here,
grow in tarot? How are you growing? Do you go to classes? Do you allow other people to read? Like what's the pathway for additional growth within your craft? Is it just continuing to do so that you can fine tune your discernment or
That's a great
your
question.
third eye? Like, how do you grow?
That's a great question. I will say putting myself around wise people. I said 2 times a week in my area, I read at a shop. I love, even if they're not readers, even they're just people who are older and wiser than I am, that helps me overall in life. But when it comes to tarot specifically, I listen to audiobooks about tarot. I watch other readers like that are older, like Steve loves tarot, people who are totally different than me. And I watch their readings and I pick up what they pick up and I ask myself, do I relate to this? So I'm learning through other people. I learn through teaching people. And then just as you grow as a person, intuitively, you're going to pick up different messages. So no matter,
You're gonna have different
if I picked up a
awarenesses
card last year and I got a certain message, I could pick up the same card today and see something totally different, just based on my own intuition. So,
okay.
So yeah, there's really no way to grow other than to keep doing it. The more you do it, the better you're going to be at it. And then I give my decks away also. I gave a deck away to a bartender the other day. I give my stuff away. If anyone is interested in learning tarot, I send them audiobooks. I sent you an audiobook. Like I love to learn. So anytime people express wanting to learn to me, I love to try to support that in any way that I can.
So when do you just kind of do people like, oh, you do tarot? That's interesting. Or are you like, oh, here's not so much like, oh, here's a deck, but is it just kind of like, it's just your instinct that says to you, okay, let me give this to this person. Here's a deck to get started with, or
well, I do know her name is JoJo, and I always feel like you meet people for a reason. Funny, I guess I'll tell the story since we're all friends here. The 61 of us that are here right now. I actually went to a bar on a date. So I was on a date with this guy. He was super fine, like tall, beautiful skin, beautiful teeth, nice hair, a good size. I like tall, like leaner guys. Dressed really nicely. And he was a complete asshole. Can I say, ass? He was a complete asshole. Like, he embarrassed me. He was so rude to the bartender that I guess I ended up befriending her, because I had to step in and be like, you don't talk to people like that. You can't talk to her like that. And after that, like, I liked her more than him, clearly. Got rid of him. Kept her as a friend. She mentioned how she liked tarot, and someone told her she's Mexican, I think. No, she's Puerto Rican. She's Puerto Rican. Okay. Someone told her that she had the gift to read, and she was like, I don't know, I haven't really got into it. So I gave her my Tarot del Fuego deck. I just like, you brought it to me, of course she could buy her own, but I always like to give people things. So, and I'm known to have some margaritas and read people without cards. So I can do that too. But usually I do share the decks with people and read them with them.
Well, what do you want to leave everyone with? Hey, Taylor. Hey, everyone who came in. Guys, hit the like button for me. I think most of you have done that. I appreciate you so much. It is Tarot Card Bay's anniversary. She came to spend some time with us. We wanted to get a chance to interview with her. She tries to stop by with us at least once a month, and we've skipped a couple of months because it's been busy. But she knows we love her, and that's it, and that's all. So I wanted to support her and what she's doing on her channel, because she is it's not easy starting up a channel, and it takes a minute sometimes to get things moving. So we just reacted to her first video, and that was fun. So we did basically a Virgo reading, but she's already done the readings for the month. So if you have not
I'm not done. I have a few left. I have air signs. Sagittarius and the rest of the air signs I have to do.
So if you have not had a chance to go and check out her readings or share with a friend, if you enjoy her readings, share a reading with a friend. If you know a friend that would benefit from a reading, go ahead and share, because that's how this social media works. It's social media. So by sharing, that's how we grow.
Right.
So definitely, if you're not able to make it to the lives or to the premieres, go ahead, watch when you can, and then also share it with a friend.
Yeah,
Tarot
check
card
out
Bay,
the
is there?
content, check out the content. I love when people reach out to me. I've had some of the most amazing messages via email and DM from people just telling me how they reacted to videos, telling me how they started their business. I've had a lot of clients start businesses, and that makes me probably the most proud, that just by us talking a few times or whatever, that something positive comes from that. I'm really big on not just using tarot to talk about the man or the woman in your life, but
Hmm.
for it to use it to talk about you, to talk about the type of change you want to make, to talk about the
Right,
healing that you need. That's a big thing with me. I'm not just a reader who's like, oh girl, he's cheating. That's not my thing. My thing
right,
is I'll read you the energy and tell you what you need to hear from that perspective. But I'm more concerned about our personal growth as a
right.
collective. I'm not really interested in if he's cheating or not. You can't control that anyway. I'm
Well,
more
don't we
interested in
already know? Like, shouldn't you know
yes.
what I'm saying? Like, can I just speak on that for a minute? We are blessed with our inner, we have a soul, guys, and in our soul, in our heart, we are given, you can call it discernment, you can call it the Holy Spirit, you can call it all of these things, or intuition. You have a read for what is going on in your life, and you can sense the energy. God blessed you with this. That's why you know that when fear is coming or someone gives you a bad vibe, there's a bad person in the midst, like when to turn and go a different direction or lock a door. Did I just walk in on a conversation about me? You know these things. And at the end of the day, a lot of us spend a lot of time trying to deaden these gifts that we were blessed with, to be able to protect ourselves, because we didn't always have cell phones. People weren't always texting us that some weirdo is right behind you. We used our intuition. And as women, a lot of us don't pay attention to that. And we
Right.
should, because how many times do you have to have something happen to you to make the connection, like, oh, I guess I shouldn't be doing that, or oh, that person's
Right.
lame, or this person's not a good friend, or yeah, okay, she lied to me once, she lied to me twice, or this person is just a liar, and liars are going to do what liars do, which is lie. Like, how
Right.
many times do you need to? Sometimes we got to trust that we trust and trust ourselves. Okay. So, is that how you're able to tap into your gift, because you trust yourself? You are very in tune with your intuition. Your intuition speaks to you and you listen. When did does that resonate with you?
I'm just like super sensitive to other people's energies, and I have been since I was a child.
So you're more
Um,
of an empath, is that what you're saying?
definitely, definitely. Most readers are. Most people
Mhm.
who read are empaths, because like you're open like medium to channel other
Mhm.
people's energy, which is basically what reading is. So ever since I was a little kid, I was very sensitive. I was very wise as a child. I think most Virgo kids are, but very wise as a child. And I also, I believed in magic. I believed in like the universe and
Mhm.
spirituality even before I knew what it was. Like I remember like making candles. It's funny because I told someone like, I don't know where candles came from. And then I was talking to a friend and I remember making candles. I was mixing wax and kosher salt together when I was like in middle school, but I had no clue what I was
Mm.
doing, like, so all
Mhm.
of that stuff like comes full circle. Um, I've had things happen to me that made me realize like I was getting nudged about this, or I felt this about a person and then it turned out to be true. And the only difference between me and I guess other people is I believe in what I felt. If I meet someone and I feel like it's off, I don't need to see the writing on the wall. I believe what I feel, you know, and I've been proven enough times in dating situations too, you know, like we talked about, like feeling like something's off with him, I don't know. And then, you know, having someone gaslight you and be like, oh no, what are you talking about, what are you know, oh no, I was here, or I was there, or I'm texting you back, or no. And then you find out, no matter when you find out, that it's a whole, you know, it's another person, or this person still at the very least is emotionally attached to somebody else. Like, just taking those moments, recognizing how I feel in those moments and keeping those with me. So anytime I feel that way again, I know something's off. I know to back away. That doesn't mean leave a situation. That means you step back and you observe. There's a time to be in observation mode, and you take that, and then you make your decision. So you feel the feelings intuitively, in which you take a step back. You take yourself out of a participant mode and you put yourself in a spectator mode. So I'm like, oh no, boy, I'm gonna just watch you. I'm watching how you move now because you got me on alert, you know? So now when you start to move funny, you know, I know.
That being said, do you think giving people the benefit of the doubt, if you have to me, I think benefit of the doubt is overrated. Okay. I've been a victim of the benefit of the doubt. I've given plenty of people the benefit of the doubt when I knew that somebody won shit, or I knew that it is what it is, and you try to be nice. But you give that good old benefit of the doubt. And those are ways to deaden your intuition. If you know that you know what you know, but you want to be nice, sometimes it's just good to give a healthy, like I like to say, long handle spoon, and just sometimes sit back and see what people are going to do with it. Because it's not always, I mean, you know, sometimes you do want to, I don't know, sometimes I think people are trained to feel a certain way about what you think you know, and you don't want to, like, I didn't want to be mean, I didn't want to be harsh, but then you end up getting smacked in the face. And I don't mean literally, but you know, figuratively. So do you feel that empowering people to step into their intuition is a good thing? Or is it, you know, should we just, is that like,
I think it's a good thing. You know, as far as the benefit of the doubt goes, I think it's best to do what I said. Like, once you feel in your body that something's off, you take yourself from a participant to a spectator. You back away. Now, you don't have to tell this person you backed away, but you know that, okay, I need to pause my emotions, or I need to pull back how I interact with this person because something about this person is triggering me. Now I need to just observe them. There's a point in time where you observe. So you can give the benefit of the doubt while you're observing them. But then some things, you know, some things are not,
and everything
you can't give the benefit to. So it depends, huh?
Some people are not always aware of their movements. So to your point, observing, right? Some people are not always aware of their habits. If you notice that homie likes to argue, and then he wants to disappear on a Friday night or for the weekend, and then he's back on Monday, and that happens like every other weekend that may fall around payday, you know that even if it's not intentional, you're dealing with someone who's on some fuck shit because they like their freedom on payday weekend, and they want to go do what they want to do, and they're going to pick a fight with you. So what you do is, when you go from observation mode and watching and kind of seeing the patterns, now you go into participant mode by not falling for the argument. When he starts to pick with you, just kind of take yourself and like, that's okay. Okay, we'll do what you want to do.
Or just start taking yourself out. If you see that he keeps doing it, then okay, well, I'm going out too. Put on some.
I'm going out too, or also sometimes not fall for see if you can maneuver in not getting into an argument and see what happens then. You know what I mean? Like sometimes it's just like do the opposite. And see if you're noticing that pattern is really a pattern. And
Listen,
sometimes be
I'm not gonna
strategic about
argue with nobody every
girl.
Friday. You can wrap that up. Once it's 2 Fridays back to back, I'm like, this ain't gonna work. Cause I like to have
Over.
fun and I like to go out. I'm
Absolutely.
arguing with you at the beginning every weekend, boy. Get out of here. I'm about to
Life
replace you.
should be fun, period. I mean, life isn't always going to be feel like Saturday night every night, but at the end of the day, you should be able to enjoy life. I mean, that's one thing that I can
Right.
say is I enjoy life to the fullest. It is a ball for me. I enjoy it. What about you?
I think people just need to stop talking themselves out of what they already know to be true.
Okay.
Just stop.
Absolutely.
When somebody's doing something dirty, it's a reflection of them. Yes, it hurts, doesn't feel good. We all worry about how things look and how things are perceived, but just stop talking yourself out of what you know to be true. And if you don't trust a person, I mean, I'm a big proponent that if you have to come see me to find out about how someone's feeling, that's not a good sign.
Right.
Like I'm not going to put myself out of business. Keep coming to see me, but I'm just telling you, it's not a good sign.
Right.
If someone's
If
not
you
communicating with you and you don't trust them so that you have to go and pay somebody being myself or another wonderful reader in the
a
world, we
therapist,
already
anybody.
starting in the negative. We're already not in a good place.
Right. If you don't know that you trust someone, understand you don't trust them. If you don't know if you love someone or if someone loves you, you probably don't, or it's not what you're looking for. It might be
I
love,
mean,
but it might
even if
not
that,
be
I'm sorry,
well,
y'all, I gotta
but it
stand
might
up.
not
After a
be
while, my butt hurts.
it might not
Even if
be
the person
the love
does,
that you're looking for. You know what I mean? Like
right, even
someone
if the
can love
person
you, but
does,
it
then
might
it
not be
doesn't
the how you
matter.
want to be loved. If you're not experiencing how you want to be loved,
Right. It doesn't matter.
like how much do you want to hear? Oh, he loves you. Okay, there's levels to this love thing. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, if the person can't love you in the way that you need, it's nice, you know, I love you back. I love you with the love of the Lord, and I'm going to keep it pushing
Right.
because
I'm gonna
it's
love you
life
with
is
this
too
long handle
short.
spoon.
Right, life is too short. You need the person who's going
Right.
to love you in the way that you need,
That
you
makes you feel
know?
fulfilled and happy.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not a good feeling. I mean, knowing someone loves you and they're not around doesn't keep you warm. It doesn't keep you protected. It doesn't keep you provided for. It's not giving love because when you
I
love
think it
someone,
gives
you protect and
confusion.
provide and you're there for them.
It gives
So,
confusion. It gives gray area.
right. And then when it comes to men, like men communicate through action. They don't communicate like us. They can say anything gotta hear. Well, anyone. We don't gotta say
Right.
just men, but anyone can say anything gotta hear. Your actions is what really communicates a person's desires, a person's
Absolutely.
character. All of that is gonna come from action. So
Well,
a
tarot
person
card
can
day.
love you and not be with you for whatever the reason. I do believe that is possible, but I also know that we have more than one love in our lives. So maybe that person is just not your forever person. Maybe that's a person that you love, they love you, and then you'll meet somebody else who loves you and can reciprocate,
Is
you
that
know.
karmic? Is that your karmic love or karmic romance where someone is coming to drop a lesson off to you and it's a reason or a season and then you master that level and then you either move on or find each other at another time?
I mean, all relationships are karmic. And
Mhm.
if that's the case, because you're going to learn from your person no matter if you
Right.
decide to be with them or not. Um, I don't really like all of those like labels. And it's hard for me, like with the twin flame, I believe twin flames exist. But I always tell people it doesn't matter if the person's not treating you right. I don't care what type of flame a person is if they're not treating you correctly. But all relationships are karmic because you're supposed to learn from anyone you deal with.
Mhm.
And twin flame connections can be karmic. They can go through a karmic cycle. They are karmic because there are times where with your twin flame you are connected and there are times that you are separated. and there are things you learn from that person. So they are karmic in nature. But I try not to get too tied up with the labels, because I feel like labels allow people to make excuses. Like, oh, he's my twin flame, so he can do XYZ, or I can be obsessed with him forever because he's my twin flame. Now, with those type of connections, it is hard to forget those people. You know, if you believe in past lives and things like that, like, you're not going to forget the person. And even if you don't believe in that, most people are not going to forget the person that they love. You learn to live without them. You meet someone that you love more, or you love differently, or the love works better for you. So, I just want people, especially, you know, my women, to be in healthy relationships, like, and not use labels to justify bad behavior.
So what's the number one thing you learned this year? So you're a year in, obviously you are continuing to do your damn thing. You're going to keep going. What's your takeaway from last year to this year? What are you going to do different? What are you going to do different? And what did you learn?
That's a good question too. I think last year was really about doing it. You know, last year was like, I'm getting my feet wet in this. I'm doing this. I have no clue what I'm doing. This year is more about being more intentional, really focusing on being more consistent with my videos, and bringing a little bit more of my personality to my channel, like other things like the candles, or how I show pictures of Suge, and I share little things. I think I want to bring a little bit more things like we talked about before, sharing some of my clothing links, makeup links, stuff like that. Things that people ask me either email or in the comments. So branching out a little bit, but definitely like sharing my products is a big thing. No matter who purchases anything or not, that's a part of my dream that I want to share with people. So yeah, and it's gonna be great. Like, I've got a lot of good energy and good inquiries about the candles. I have a friend who's opening a spiritual shop locally who called me, and she's like, I want your candles in my shop. So I already have a home for them, you know.
Wonderful.
But yeah, just really maximizing YouTube. I always tell myself, like, I'm going to get my first $1 million from YouTube. So however that looks,
claim it.
My first $1 million. Keep that in mind. My first $1 million, not the only one, the first one.
Absolutely. Okay. So, congratulations. I think you're awesome. I'm so glad that we met.
Me too. Yes. Bougie Gang is always supportive. A lot of the people in the chat, like Ty Cherie, Mary Blue, they always come through, and I appreciate that, because sometimes when you are creating content, you don't know if it's going to hit or not. You know, sometimes I have the chat up. If nobody's joining, my energy is different. It's better energy when you all are here. So, I really appreciate that. So
we love
somebody
you.
said, wow, talk about goals. Girl, who is that? Bean, Lena Capri. Yes, ma'am. You never know what could happen. You know, I didn't think this was going to happen. Yeah, so I definitely am going to have $1 million from YouTube. Absolutely. That'll be my first $1 million. That doesn't mean it has to be from AdSense. That could be anything. Somebody can see your channel.
Make it through this social media and through your gift. That's what you're going to do.
Somebody can see your channel today, friend, and be like, you know what? I got a network and I would like you up there. There's $1 million. You know what I mean? Girl. It happens to people every single day.
In Jesus' name, okay? I claim it all, okay?
Claim it. I will honestly say nothing in my life that I've spoken that I wanted hasn't occurred. Even, like I tell people, even this apartment that I'm in right now, I picked this apartment 2 years before I moved into it. When I could not afford it, I took a tour, because I'm into manifestation. I took a tour and I was like, I like it here. When I can afford it, I'm moving in, and I'm here. My dog is here. You know, like my channel is here. As you know, I just got promoted. I just got promoted in my professional life. That happened. All of these things, like the tongue is so powerful.
It is.
You know what I mean? Like all of the things that I've spoken life into have happened, and I know that they will happen. And I guess that's what I would leave. My last thing to share tonight is how powerful the tongue actually is. How powerful believing in yourself actually is. Like, you know, you manifest everything that's in your physical world just by your thought and your tongue.
Absolutely. Well, I know you're speaking to a lot of people. You definitely always speak positivity into me, and I love it. I love it. I love it. We always have great conversations, and
Yes.
you have turned
Y'all all do me a favor and just walk around and tell yourself you're going to be rich, because that's what I do. People will think that I'm crazy. Like I'll be on the phone. Yeah, I'm going to be rich. I'm going to have an empire. And people are like, okay, boo. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to be rich. I'm going to have an empire. Don't worry about it. You'll see. Just like when I said I'm going to start a YouTube channel, and a lot of my friends were like, oh, okay, boo. And now I'm like, oh, that thing's monetized. I just got that drop, just got that direct deposit. You know?
Look, I had a friend who told me that too. Actually, someone who I used to work with was like, oh, I always knew you were going to do a YouTube because you would say it all the time. And I said, I did. She was like, you would say all the time, I want a YouTube channel. I feel like I've got something to say. And I was like, really? I didn't even remember. I knew I did, but I just did not even know that I used to sit at work talking about it. But
that's that manifestation energy.
I used to sit and I used to film. I used to film and not post. I used to practice talking on my camera. I used to, I was buying cameras. I was doing things. I wasn't posting. I don't know. I was doing a lot of the things. But this journey is not, for some people, they turn on the camera and it's like magic. And I think everyone wants the magic. But at the end of the day, even the magician had work to come to that stage to put the show on for you and show you the magic. There's how the magic is done. So, but Tarot Card Bay, we love you and we're so happy for you. And
I love y'all too.
A blessing to a lot of people. And you are a wonderful addition, a wonderful, positive, and beautiful addition to the YouTube streets. And I so appreciate you. And I know that everyone has enjoyed you this evening. And I thank everyone for coming out and having a chill evening, talking about something a little bit different. So
yes, thank you for having me. I wanted to really spend time with Bougie Gang because you're the first person to ever do this with me, do this together. So I wanted to make sure my first anniversary moment was with Bougie Gang. So thank you for having me.
We are giving you rounds of applause.
Yes. And I need some snaps. I need some claps. I need all of it. All of it.
Trying to figure out what else I have on here. Yay! Okay. Okay, guys. Thank you so much, guys. We're gonna go ahead and close this out. If you're coming in on the replay, don't forget to hit the like button. And if you love Tarot Card Bay or you have not experienced Tarot Card Bay's channel, please make sure to go over there and let her know that you came through from Bougie Gang in this thing. She's wonderful. And that's it, and that's all. Guys, have a good evening. Don't forget to hit the like button and don't forget to pop over to Tarot Card Bay's channel and show her some support and wish her happy chaniversary. Okay? All right. Bye, Tarot Card Bay. We love you.
Bye. Bye, y'all.
Okay. Bye-bye. Bye, everyone. Have a good night, guys.